We are going to unravel the mystery in the markets right now because many people are very confused on which stage we are in the markets in this bull market. Are your altcoins still going to take off? Many people have this question. And what's happening this cycle? What's happening right now? Where are we, guys? I'm going to try and unravel this mystery in today's video, and it will be maybe a little bit complicated, but it will be very, very interesting because we will have to dive into the emotional state of ourselves and the emotional state of the markets, and we have to make an assessment on where the money will flow next. And it's actually very, very interesting. And I do have to be honest, the last videos I was a little bit negative and I was talking a lot about a correction. I still think that there's a possibility. But in today's video, we are also going to explore the possibility that we are wrong in this and that we might see a very, very huge altcoin season starting next month. And I got some legit evidence for that, guys. And you have to let me know in the comment section what you think is going to happen after you've seen this video. So guys, let's jump straight into it. And if you like these videos, make sure to leave a thumbs up. And I want to start off with this. This is the Wall Street cheat sheet psychology of a market cycle. And if this is your first cycle, then welcome to the roller coaster. But if this is not your first cycle, you probably go through, you can read this market cycle and you probably recognize a lot of things in there. Like, I personally do recognize a lot of things. So generally the market goes from, from disbelief, like I don't really believe that this market will do anything. Okay, it goes up. Maybe it might go up a little bit more. Wow, it does go up. And then the optimism comes. Whoa, we are going to all-time highs. Believe, yeah, this is going to the moon. Trill, even crazier. Euphoria, we cannot go down. We will never go down anymore. I hope I'm acting good. But that is the moment at that euphoria stage where the market turns, where things go down, and then people always following, they are always behind what is really happening in the markets. So emotional state is often behind what is the actual emotional state. So then we have we need to cool off, complacency, anxiety, denial, panic, capitulation, anger. Here many people are selling, so that's really sad that the majority of the people, this is actually proven, they sell here. And they buy at the euphoria. So they buy high and they sell low, losing a lot of money along the way. So what did I do, guys? I've been diving through the comment section right here. And I've been checking what most people said. And I hope you can see it right here. But most people, they think right now that we are in the optimism stage. This is a very clear consensus. And I find that personally very interesting. Not against any of the commentators, but just to go off on facts. We are not in optimism. If that is the general consensus that we are in optimism, we are not there. Then we either in belief, thrill, or euphoria, or complacency even, that would be kind of crazy, or in hope. So this would be very bullish if we would be in hope and people are optimism. That would be, I would say that would be a less likely scenario. The reason because most of the time the emotional state of the markets is behind what is actually happening in the markets. So there is a possibility that we are in hope, but I actually have a higher probability that we are somewhere along these lines, belief, thrill, or euphoria. That's what I personally believe. So that is a little bit from the market sentiment where I want to share with you this tweet from Blons. Blons is a Twitter channel. He's actually a very good Elliot wave theorist. He called Bitcoin bottoms. He didn't really call Bitcoin tops. So this is kind of the first time he's calling a Bitcoin top. He's just generally good in Elliot wave theory. And he's actually saying the same thing that I've been sharing over the past couple of videos. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th wave structure to the upside. And if you zoom in to this last 5 wave, Then you can also see we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave structure within that last fifth wave, which means that this fifth wave could be, this is important to say, could be completed. And that actually could mean that the bull market is over, that we are going to roll over. And if you have a hard time believing that, then that can be because we are in the euphoria stage of the cycle. The thing only with the cycle is there are a couple of things that are off, and this is the positive thing. So the first thing that is very much off is that the timing, right? So when we have a look at previous cycles, then and we look at from the low, and Bitcoin goes, takes off in the days after its bottom or the days after the halving, then we are still pretty early. 2025, when we look at a normal 4-year cycle in Bitcoin, should be a very bullish year. Definitely somewhere in this year it should be very bullish. It can be early 2025, can be late 2025, and that early 2025 we still get some bearishness. Both things are possible, but 2025 generally should be a very bullish month. The second thing that I found very weird is that we have not seen an altcoin season. So we do see a lot of euphoria, president launching meme token, and we do see a lot of things happening. But we haven't really seen the Bitcoin dominance coming down and that speculation from Bitcoin going into smaller assets, because the Bitcoin dominance just have been climbing onward. And that is what makes me think a little bit that we have not seen the top yet, because generally speaking, when we are getting to a top, when we are going to peak euphoria or maybe already in thrill, you will see a lot of liquidity flowing into altcoins, basically, because people are feeling so confident they want to take risks. We haven't seen that right now, but now here is where it becomes very interesting, guys. So this is actually a positive sign that we haven't seen an altcoin season yet. And the timing is also very interesting because February, March, April, and May, these are this is the time frame with the highest probability of getting an altcoin season. And we are going to dive into some altcoin charts which are very interesting as well, because they are showing a lot of anger actually. But guys, that will be later. We're going to first dive into some other things. So okay, I talk a little bit with my best friend over here at ChatGPT, and he says, like, when more people believe the market is in the optimism stage, it tells us something important about sentiment and possibly where we really are in the cycle. Here's what we could infer. Optimism as a contrarian indicator. I'm a very big believer of being a contrarian. I often long when everyone is bearish. I'm often short when everyone is bullish. I even developed my own tool that is scanning social media and calculating the sentiment over on social media. It works very, very good in my advantage. And yeah, I'm trading for 7-8 years, and this definitely is one of the best things, because it separates yourself from the emotional state. It gives you the objective emotional state of the markets on that day, so you can decide your direction as a trader. If optimism dominates and prices are still rising, we could be moving closer to belief or thrill or even euphoria without people fully realizing it. This might be where we are right now. I mean, stories like the president is launching a meme token, these are pretty euphoric stories, right? And I'm personally, that's a little bit confusing for me. I feel positive, but I'm not feeling that euphoria stage, because we haven't seen that altcoin season yet, and many people who were positioned in altcoins have actually been hurt pretty bad. So this is where overconfidence often leads to poor decision making, like over leveraging or chasing top. Consensus usually signals a trap. Markets tend to do the opposite of what the majority expects. This, guys, for the ones that are longer on my channel, you know that this is true. For the ones that are new on this channel and you are new to trading and investing, this is true. Markets tend to do the opposite of what the majority expects. That's why when Bitcoin trading at $3,000, you will see in the news a lot of negative articles about Bitcoin. And when Bitcoin is trading in 2021 at 70,000 US dollars, you'll get a lot of positive news articles. If everyone agrees it's optimism, it could signal that the real hope or disbelief stage is just around the corner. For example, if a rally losing steam, the collective optimism might precede a correction. Okay, so what we know from this is that basically if everyone believes that we are in optimism, we are right now not in optimism. That's for me very clear. We are not in optimism, but I also don't know where we are right now. We're either at belief, thrill, or euphoria. Maybe we could be in hope that we are in front of a super cycle. Definitely possible. I will be open to both of these scenarios, but I will close myself for optimism because statistical analysis is telling me that we are not here. Then guys, and this is where it becomes interesting, and some signals are very interesting. So let me first explain to you a little bit. Like sometimes you want to position yourself for something which is hard to imagine right now. So, for example, an altcoin season happen in the coming months. For me personally, it's difficult to imagine right now because many altcoins are bleeding. But it's sometimes the risk that you have to take when something is in your favor. It's a chart looks like it can work to your advantage. Then you got to take a leap of faith, right? Sometimes. I'm not saying always, sometimes, and always depend on your risk management and so on. But let's have a look at why an alt season looks likely to come in the coming months. Timing in the market cycle. This is very important. Alt season typically follow Bitcoin's dominant rally. Bitcoin had a massive rally. We have not seen that yet in altcoins. And stabilization phases. Bitcoin has already seen a strong move upward this year, true, and as its dominance stabilizes or drops slightly, liquidity often flows to altcoins, true. Historically, altcoin season tend to occur shortly after Bitcoin peaks in attention. We're entering the months Q1, Q2, where past cycles 2017 and 2021 saw explosive altcoin runs. So in the timing, guys, we are right before a massive altcoin season. And even though Bitcoin could already be topping, most of the time that's followed by altcoin season because the liquidity from Bitcoin, the profit taken from Bitcoin goes into altcoins because people want to get higher returns. Then institutional and retail sentiment building. Institutions are starting to warm up to crypto again, particularly Bitcoin and Ethereum. Once those become boring to retail investors due to perceived stability, FOMO shifts toward higher risk assets, altcoins, yes, but we need a certain confidence in the market for that. The crypto market is also seeing increased retail activity driven by hype, meme coins, unique events like President launches a token. This speculator activity is usually a precursor to altcoin mania. I find that very interesting and I believe that can be true. And this is where it gets real interesting, guys. XRP as a leading indicator. So what we've seen in 2017, and I can show you guys that on the chart. You know what? Let's just go to the chart, and maybe I've shown you guys that in the past as well. But I'm going to show you again to make my point. If we go, let's say we go to the weekly time frame. It's easier to scroll back. We go to here, 2017, where we had this massive breakout, which I often compare with the breakout we are seeing right now. If we overlay the Bitcoin dominance chart right here, Bitcoin dominance, then we can see that the moment XRP topped, like the second top in XRP, of course, when XRP went up, we already saw the Bitcoin dominance drop, but the real drop of the Bitcoin dominance came in the later rally of XRP. But the thing is, XRP was the first one to rally as an altcoin before the rest of the altcoins were starting to rally. So XRP was a precursor, and how do they call it? bellwether for altcoin momentum. And this is what I find very interesting, because now we have a couple of things lining up, right? We have optimism in the market, which means that there is a certain confidence. We have the timing, which is the Q1, Q2 of the new year, of the most bullish year in the 4-year cycle. XRP already made a massive rally, similar as it did in 2017, which is often a bellwether or a precursor for a massive altcoin season. These are things that lining up right now. Okay? Now let's go to let's have a look. So the attention ready to spill over in other large cap and mid cap altcoins. XRP legal clarity might also open doors for more confidence in the broader altcoin space. That's possible. That's definitely possible. Maybe especially for ISO 222 tokens. Crazy events fuel speculation. Events like the US president launching a meme token add fuel to speculative mania. Yes, they draw in new participants through increasing market liquidity and attention. That's definitely true. These moments are often catalysts for retail money to flow, and historically, when speculation reaches fever pitch, it benefits altcoin disproportionately. And this is definitely short term. True, I think. The lack of true altcoin season yet. The absence of a clear altcoin season so far in this cycle increases the odds of one happening soon. I agree. Markets tend to alternate focus. Liquidity flows from one asset to the other. That's how the market works. And you want to position yourself in these assets that have like little liquidity, because when a little bit liquidity flows to that, things can explode. Markets tend to alternate focus, and it's rare for an entire bull run to occur without an altcoin frenzy. This is exactly what I'm trying to say. Like, I can be very negative in the past couple of videos about the crypto market, because Bitcoin looks like there is a small probability or a medium probability that it topped. Altcoins still can be very bullish. Next, signs to watch for confirmation, and this is where it gets really, really interesting, guys. And I'm very interested in your opinion. So let me know in the comment section as well where you think we are in the cycle, and what do you think about everything that I'm saying right here. And if you like this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up. But the Bitcoin dominance, this is the most straightforward, easy indicator to use to check whether we have altcoin season or not. When it begins to decline after its recent rally, it's often a strong signal that liquidity is flowing to altcoins. Yes, that's true. We have not seen that yet, but this can happen because it only has been going up. Ethereum outperformance, very, very interesting indicator. Ethereum typically leads the charge for altcoins. If ETH BTC starts to trend upwards, it could confirm a brewing altcoin season. Let's have a look at that in a sec. Volume breakouts in mid-cap altcoins. Keep an eye whether mid-tier altcoins like Solana, Avalanche, Cardano begin to show breakout momentum. Well, I think Solana, Cardano already have shown some momentum. Avalanche also a little bit. Definitely happening, but they are losing momentum a little bit. Retail activity metrics, rising searches trends for altcoins, and spikes in social media discussions are usually strong indicators that FOMO is coming. That's something that's a little bit worrying for me. If you look at the search term altcoins globally, then we already had kind of a peak. And we had a peak in 2017, peak in 2021, and it looks like this is a declining resistance. So this is just a lower high. That is what it looks. So this is a little bit, again, a warning signal that we might have seen already in altcoin season without us actually realizing it. But let's have a look at the signs to watch for confirmation, and then I will go to some alts with you guys. First of all, we are going to go to the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance basically shows whether liquidity is in Bitcoin or in altcoins. And if we go right here on the weekly time frame and I zoom out, you can see that we have a bearish divergence, lower high in the relative strength index, higher high in the price. And the momentum indicator has been overbought for a very long time. So I think there's a lot of potential momentum to be able to come down right here. We can even draw a trend line. Let me show you right here, which looks like we kind of broke already to the downside. So maybe we already broke that trend line here, and then the Bitcoin dominance will eventually just follow, showing us that money from Bitcoin is flowing into altcoins. Now we are going to the next signal, and that is the ETH BTC chart. That's Ethereum against Bitcoin. That is right here. What do we see here? This chart, guys, this chart is terrible. This chart is really terrible because it has been bleeding down, and the people that are in Ethereum, that's really, must be very difficult for them. Let's draw some trend lines right here. What's going on? Yeah, some things actually look a little bit ugly right here. We are at a very key level, the 61.80% from the lows right here till the highs right there. This is often a moment where we can see a reversal. We haven't seen that yet, right? But we do see already, and this is interesting, we do see already that the momentum is coming up. We have a low and we have a higher low. It tried to break out right here, didn't work. Maybe something like this could have, that we already broke out. I don't know. I don't like this so much. But we do see that we have the momentum there is a change in the momentum in the background. And this is often one of the early signs that something will change in the price. So we have already the momentum coming slightly up right here, while the price is just plummeting into a very key level of interest. So this often being a precursor for an altcoin season, maybe we do something like this, where we just go a little bit sideways, and then we grab some momentum. That can be an early sign that then more speculation will follow and money will flow into altcoins. Let's have a look at some other ones. Volume breakouts in mid-cap altcoins and retail activity. We just have had a look at that already. I want to go with you to some altcoins that I'm looking at next to the ISO 22 tokens. One of them is this one, that is DYDX. Trump also has some links with this specific altcoin. I've seen that in the chart where they say like a lot of Trump's connections and then ending up to some altcoins. There was Chainlink, DYDX, Ondo, some altcoins that I'm looking at as well. If you look at this altcoin, guys, it's almost unbelievable what's happening here, right? Like, we've been in a bull market with Bitcoin. XRP has been doing pretty good, and look at this. This is at the lows of the lows of the lows of the lows. We have seen, like, at the end of 2024, we have been to lows we have never been before. It's been low. It's been so low. This is not a picture of a bull market. This is definitely so then the question comes, right? The important question comes. Is this a buying opportunity, or is this just lost cause? And that's something that's very difficult to answer, and you probably will never have the answer to it. Time will reveal. It's for you to take positions and to have faith and to check whatever you think is going to happen. But it is kind of crazy. Then let's go to another one. This one I actually really like this one. This is side token. But this is also looking super weird. So look at this token. We had like in beginning of 2024, we had like a nice rally. We've been coming down pretty significantly. We have a the bounce right here. Now we are down significantly, maybe even below the previous local low. The previous low, we are almost trading below that. That is definitely a bearish sign. Let's have a look at some other altcoins. Matic, maybe Optimism is one. This is actually, when I look at this chart, it's very difficult what to make of it. What can we make of this chart? Why? What can we make of it? We have like this rising channel. Now we are trading below this rising channel. We are kind of going sideways, but do form higher lows. Is this like momentum building here, and that we eventually like really going to take off, or is this also bleeding to death because we've entered a bear market? Those are important questions. And then when we have a look, for example, at SAI, and this is interesting against Bitcoin, then this is the valuation of this token against Bitcoin. It's almost at its lowest point. It's at the lows that we had in 2023. So generally speaking, that's a good buying opportunity, unless right now we are in a different market. This token, I really like the setup. This is Xi token. This is about gaming and AI, I guess, and I really love this token also. But look at this: in a bull market, we are at the lows of the lows. Again, is this a huge buying opportunity, or is this just a lost cause? You know, like, is this just like, are we entering right now that big Great Depression that we have been talking about, where we see the uninversion of the yield curve, stuff like that? We are seeing the effects of this crazy steep increase of interest rates, and then right now, right on the background, people are unloading crypto. Or are we right in front of one of the biggest altcoin season, altcoins right here, giving us unique opportunities? Look at this. Jupiter, this one was so popular right now at the support. Generally speaking, I would say this is a huge buying opportunity, but I'm almost scared to buy with all the signals out there. But that's actually sometimes a good feeling. When you're scared to buy, it can be a good signal that maybe it is a good thing to do. So yeah, guys, this is the conflict that I'm in right now, and maybe I don't have an answer at this specific moment. Maybe it comes in the next coming days, in the beginning of January, or when we are seeing the Bitcoin dominance. That might be important, where we see the Bitcoin dominance break below this key level, and we are seeing that also on the momentum indicators. If I bring out the momentum indicators right here, that we do lose the support of this uptrend. We already did it with the relative strength index. Guys, somewhere I feel that I'm also being a little bit too negative, and that I have too much traumatic experiences with previous bull markets, that I believe that there's a chance that Bitcoin actually topped. But I also really feel like we are going to see still a massive altcoin season, because those people who were positioned in altcoins, they have really not have seen any relief during the last months. It has been crazy. The Bitcoin dominance just been going up. It's pretty unique, and the signs that are there that I find very interesting is based on timing. We are right before a massive altcoin season based on timing. Ripple often was the precursor. You know, the bellwether, the first one who ring the bell, the first one of the altcoins who's taking off before the rest of the market follows. These are very interesting things. And confirmations can be, of course, when we are seeing Ethereum doing very good against Bitcoin. Because you know why? The reason why, for you to understand this, is when money flows into Ethereum, it means that people are taking risks. So that means there is risk taking in the markets. There's confidence in the markets, because people only take risk when they feel confident, and this confidence spread to the rest of the markets, and then will eventually create an altcoin season. So yeah, guys, that is basically what I'm seeing in the markets. If you want to trade, if you want to buy altcoins, guys, I'm using two exchanges. I have links down below in the description. One of them is Bybit, one of them is Phoenix. Both of these links, if you sign up on one of these exchanges using this specific affiliate link, you will get extra perks. So on Bybit you can get a big deposit bonus, and on Phoenix you will get the first month you will be a VIP member, which means you will have discounts on your fees and more stuff that all the VIP accounts get, basically. So yeah, if you're interested in that, you can join one of these exchanges with my affiliate link down below. You also support the channel doing so. Let me know, guys, what you think about this chart. Where are we? And do you also feel the optimism? And do you also recognize that if everyone is thinking that we are there, that we might be actually in a different phase of the market, either in hope, thrill, euphoria, or belief? Okay, guys, that was it for today's video. Drop a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. Wish every single one of you a beautiful day today, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video. Bye bye.